Hello, before we start the video, I want to put a trigger warning for talking about suggestive things, grooming, and many more things similar to this. Please continue with caution. Also, don't harass anyone mentioned in this video. I shouldn't have to say this, but yeah. Also, this is part 1 to a many-part series. To the intro. Hello everyone, Starsoup here. Today I'm talking about the documents on synnibear03. I will be saying my opinions and what I believe in this video. The opinions I make are my own. You can have your own opinions, but please read the documents and come up with your own opinions. Link to the documents will be in the description. On to the meat and potatoes of the video. This is the first document. I'm not 100% sure on who made the first document, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. The title of the document is Addressing synnibear03. In the beginning of the document, they talk about how this person meant Synni through a friend group that she had also been a part of, and how they, 15 at the time of joining, were in a group chat with Synni, a few other minors, and a few adults. They left in October of 2023 due to a call-out video a 17-year-old made on Synni at the time. Synni was 19. This caused the person writing the document to question what was talked about in the group chat. They were 17 when they left in 2023. There are screenshots provided in the document. I will put them on screen depending on what I'm talking about. In one of the screenshots shown on screen, Synni talked about being horny in the same group chat as minors. Synni was 18 years old. A lot of the minors were 15 or older. And according to the document, there would be very similar conversations like this, along with sexual jokes, and jokes being made in the group chat and talking about gross sexual topics. There are minors in this group chat, so that's very gross. In my opinion, as a teenager myself, jokes are one thing. I have Spaceballs humor, and my friends are very dirty-minded. But we are all the same age and know what isn't and is appropriate to joke about. So depending on the joke, they also should have not been said, especially because she was an adult at the time. And making these jokes with minors, kinda gross. She had at one point posted her art in the Sock Gang group chat. One of the drawings in question was gore art of her Sona in her underwear. It was marked as a spoiler when it was posted in the chat, but at the same time, I don't think it should have been posted there in the first place. There are minors there who interacted with that image, who've seen the image. It's very gross. Like, personally, I don't mind gore in art, but I'm 16 and watch horror movies, so horror and gore is just something I'm used to due to my enjoyment of horror media. I don't think I'd have too much of a problem if it was just some sort of gore, but the fact that she was in her underwear made it gross and worse. Also, not all people enjoy gore. I just seek it out on my own because I'm interested in horror content. She, again, is an adult and should have known that this wasn't okay, considering there are minors there. Very gross. At one point, the doc creator had stated that they saw Synni and a 23 or 24-year-old venting to each other in this group chat, and the topics were sexual and gross, and a 16-year-old was responding to the conversation. Other minors could have read them, and in my own opinion, it's gross. I understand venting, but if the venting had got into a sexual topic, they should have vented to each other in their DMs. That way, no minors can read it and be affected by it. Part 2. Synni's Discord. Synni had a Discord server that was strictly 13+. The writer of the document was a moderator at the time and wrote the rules of the server for Synni at the time. It was stated in the server that it was strictly 13+ and not to talk about adult topics, yet Synni would post art and images containing nudity and suggestive themes and alluding to not safe for work topics in the server. My opinion on this is that it's absolutely fucking wild. She's breaking her own server rules and posting that kind of shit, knowing that there's minors there, is fucking gross. And it should have never ever happened. She could have made her server 18+ or kept that shit to herself. No wonder people think she's a groomer. By the way, she's not. She's just a weird, creepy person. I don't think she's a groomer. I'm not defending her. She's still fucking gross. She would also talk inappropriately with minors in the server, making sex jokes and such. In her art posts, one of them I will put on screen. She was 20 when this happened. This is very unacceptable, especially in a server with minors. Minors saw this and reacted to the drawing. Oh my lord, this is disgusting behavior for an adult, especially one who is in a position of her power, considering the fact she's a YouTuber. It's disgusting, appalling, and overall fucking gross. She is a YouTuber minors watch and look up to, and she posts shit like that in the server with kids? That sets a horrible example for minors who watch her, and this behavior was and is never okay. This leaves an even worse taste in my mouth. Now, on to the stuff about Boy, Sock Clips OC. They are a minor, by the way. Sock Clip. She would talk inappropriately about Boy, talking about Boy's chest with a 16-year-old in her server. That's very gross and yucky. There's also a minor mentioned called O. There's a minor called O for anonymous reasons, as they are a minor. They were 17 when Cinny was 19 and talked inappropriately with them. Gross. The document creator and Laurel talked after that video came out in 2023. I'm going to put the screenshots on screen, so pause to read along with the screenshot of the doc talking about O. Cindy made a very explicit vent comic scenarios with Boy. Again, Socks OC, and she sent them to O. According to the document writer, they talked to O about it. They didn't know that Cindy was going to send them regarding the comics, mostly because Cindy was very vague about it. Cindy would refer to it as the Boy comic, to which O would just take it as Cindy fangirling over Boy because she simped over Boy and was a huge fangirl over Boy, which is really weird in my opinion, mostly because Boy is a minor's character. You know, gross. This was before the comic was sent to O. It also states in the document in quotes that O begged her to show them the comics, but obviously that still doesn't make what Cindy did okay. Sock Clip was 17 when these works were made. She had Cindy blocked for overstepping her boundaries and making other art and comics similar to the Vent comic. Sock Clip was not comfortable with this kind of stuff being made of her OCs. In my opinion, I find this disgusting. I'm a huge My Hero Academia fan, but that doesn't mean I draw explicit art of it, or any show I obsess over. It's disgusting to show the comics to someone who's still a minor and make them in the first place. If Sawclip did not want her OCs drawn like that or mentioned anything that she is uncomfortable with regarding her characters, she should be respected. God damn, I thought people had more common sense, but I guess not. At this point, it's pretty damn obvious that she is irresponsible, and also, as of October 22nd, 2024, she deleted her third response. I think she is a disgusting person and needs to take fucking accountability for her actions instead of just deleting her videos and running away like a pussy because she got called out for being disgusting and gross. But that's just me. According to the document, Cindy has been making content with Sawclip's OC since around 2021. She also made a ship comic of herself and Witty, which is another one of Sock's characters. While she made the Witty X Cindy comic, Sock had blocked her, rightfully so. I would have too. Despite being blocked, she did not stop and just continued on making this horrid content. The ironic thing is that Cindy knew Sock did not like her characters being shipped and drawn lewdly and shit like that in 2021. She also acknowledged this on her Twitter in 2022. Sock would tell Cindy to stop on one of her Instagram posts, and this caused Cindy to get angry and, in my own words and opinions, become a fucking asshole. Cindy was ranting to the doc writer. The doc writer told her that she should stop, since Sock had asked her to, and that Sock had indeed blocked her and told her to quit doing stuff like that. So there's that. Cindy agreed and made an apology on Twitter or something of the sort, and the user replied with "Not safe for work art commission" of Cindy and Witty as a gift for her birthday. Cindy did not commission this, but it's still gross. Cindy would vent to her fans a lot, which the document creator found very concerning, which, fair enough, I do too. Her vent comics and such made of boy were sent to another minor. I'm pretty sure it was Laurel. That's very gross. This is very disgusting, honestly, and I'm very disappointed and pissed off at synnibear03. I was a fan of hers before finding out all this crazy shit that she did, especially the stuff with Jack and Eno. This is insane and crazy, and there's a few more documents that I plan on making videos about, but I feel like this needs to get out as soon as possible. So I'm going to make this into a series. I don't like synnibear03, and I wish she could have done better. I just want to say again, I am not defending Cinny. I think she's gross, and she shouldn't have done any of this shit. Anyways, I hope you guys take good care of yourselves. Thank you for watching this far into the video, and please support Jack and other victims like Eno. This is a very gross situation. I feel bad for all the victims for going through all this shit, and for who have had to deal with this. It's really gross. Alright, well, I'm logging off for now. Until next time, see you.